Howdy folks, Laxo here. And today we're going to be checking out, yes, we're going to be checking out World Championships, but there's a much requested topic that a lot of people, as I said, have been requesting. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get into how to beat people that have two things. One, more power, and two, higher, and two, more importantly, higher initiative. Now, this is not an easy thing to do. Unfortunately, there is no one team fits all that's always going to win you the battle. No. There are several things you have to do. And unfortunately, I was going to show you guys a couple battles, but they fell off. As you can see, I was attacked many times yesterday. Many times. So the battles I did want to show you fell off. That's totally fine. You know. But I could show you guys one battle that I did here. But first, let's go ahead and check out how I prepare myself for this. Okay, so the first thing I do is when I fight somebody with a higher initiative than me, I'm not going to be fighting this person here. I've already beaten this person, so we're not going to be fighting this person. But the very first thing I want to do is I want to click this yellow right here, this yellow whatever button that shows you all the team comps. You want to look at all of his team comps, look at all of his characters, look at yours, and make any adjustments that you need to do. Now, this is not easy because there are two things that need to be done here. One, you need to know pretty much everything about your units, how your team's going to work, and two, how the enemy team is going to work. Now, not all the time is it going to happen exactly how you want it to, because there are things like effect accuracy and effect reduction. Those are the two big things that come into play. Why? Because they're going to have effects that go off that affect your team, and you just need to cross your fingers and hope and pray that they do not take effect. And of course, effect reduction on your part, you need to reduce the chances of that happening. So, as I was saying, the first thing you want to do here is look at the team comps on his team and yours and make any adjustment accordingly. However, what I will be showing you guys, I will be showing you a battle, not all the battles, but I will be showing you a lot of footage from this battle here. Once again, by no means is this a, one size fits all. I'm always going to win. A lot of bad things happen. You just need to make up for the accidents that could happen, account for them, and make adjustments. Now, as you guys can see here, pretty much all of his units are 7-star. So this guy has a big up on me. He has a much more account power than I have, much more initiative than I do. But the first attack he did, he lost, and then he beat me the second time. But now, this time, I get to retaliate and I get to attack him. So, we're going to go ahead and do that. Also, as you can see, a lot of his war souls are garbage. Why does he have, like for example, why does he have a defensive war soul on an attack unit? And the same with, up here. Why does he have crit war souls on defensive characters? Why are they out of order? This guy did make a lot of mistakes, but I capitalized on those mistakes that he made. So what we're going to do here is first, I'm going to show you guys the actual team or the actual results, and then I'm going to show you the battles of what actually happened. Now, the very first thing you do is when you look at their teams and you see, okay, obviously, and all players do this, all high initiative players do this, they just stack one of their teams. It's either one because they're lazy, or two, they want to make sure they win that battle. I even do that too. So, I am no perfect player here, but we all make mistakes. I saw this guy's first team and I said, hey, this guy's first team is stacked, okay? There's no way I'm going to win this. I'm just going to let him have this one. I'm going to concede this one. So as you can see, I tossed my worst of all my teams out there. I let him win the first one, no problem there. I saw a second team and I'm like, wow, this team is pretty stacked too. And as I was saying, we all make these mistakes. I think Dio made this mistake in the last video, is he put all of his heavy hitters on one team. And I was just like, okay, well, if I just give him that win, I could just pick off all the rest of his teams and win. So as you can see, another example here, he put 3 really heavy damaging units on one team. So I said, okay, I'm just going to go ahead and let him have this one too. I have 5 teams to work with. I need to win 4 out of the 5. Now it's actually funny because I actually almost beat this team. I had really good luck, and I actually almost won. Believe it or not, it doesn't look like it, but his team was really, really, really low. But okay, so as I was saying, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the results, and then we're going to show you the battle of what happened. So next team. I saw this team here. I said, okay, he has a Kazushini. Kazushini is going to swing for my highest attack unit. So what I do, I put 1 unit on this team that has really, really high attack. He's going to focus my soy phone. He's going to kill my soy phone. Now, I need to make sure soy phone doesn't die. What did I do? I put Nimue on this team. Pretty good counter to Kazushini. So what did he do? Killed my soy phone. I was fine. And now let's get into the battle. Alright, so as you can see here, I was kind of crossing my fingers and hoping that Okioda didn't die. Fortunately, Okioda has over 100% block chance, so I was able to block all the non-crits. But as soon as his life drops below 40%, it's no longer 100% block chance. It's like 72. So here we have Kazushini going off. Boom. One-shot soy phone. Perfectly fine. I was able to have Nimue resurrect her. I was trying to cross my fingers here and hoping, okay, I need my characters not to die now. That happened. Okay, now move on to my round. I had Nimue go off just in case the character didn't die. I had that happen. So she could finish off a unit. Yamamoto was just in there. But anyways, soy phone goes off. Boom. Doesn't kill everybody, but now I know that, okay, all of his units have bleed on them. So at the end of my round, all of his units are going to take a tick of bleed. Boom. Just like that, 2 of his units die. I had Witch's Contract on Nimue go off. Now I have all my resurrections back. I'm reset. And all of his team is pretty much dead. Now I just need to sit here and wait till the rest of his team dies. Which is what happens. I have Stark go off here. Stark finishes off the rest of his team. GG. So as you guys can see, I did everything happened exactly as I had planned it. Everything. He was going to one-shot my strongest unit. Nimue was going to have her survive. At that point, he has no rage reduction on his team, so I don't have to worry about soy phone not raging. It happened exactly according to plan. He didn't kill any of my front row, which once again, exactly, Nimue was key for this one. And on a lot of these, you know, come from behind wins or lower initiative wins, you really need to hope that 2 big units are going to help you out, Nimue and Christmas Nell. As you can see, Nimue came in clutch. I survived. I was able to have my strong unit go off, finish off his team, GG. Now, the next team, or the next battle, was actually something I had planned as well. I had planned on beating him here, but as I was saying earlier, is it comes down to effect accuracy, effect reduction. And unfortunately, bad things happened. I was crossing my fingers and hoping 2 things. 1, he wouldn't get any silences off with Ichigo, which I'm pretty sure he didn't. And 2, no rage reductions or stuns on Yamamoto. That didn't happen. He rage reduction almost my entire team, and he got like 1 or 2 stuns off. And then I needed to hope that, okay, if that does happen, I have to play for round 2. Now, round 2, what has to happen is 1 character has to survive. Just 1. I need Unohana to survive. If Unohana could survive, I can have all my units in the back row go off, which at that point, it would be over because, look, he has skill specialty, skill specialty, skill specialty. I can easily pick off all 3 of those units if I have if I have Unohana survive. Unfortunately, that wasn't the thing. All of his team focused Unohana right out of the gate. Unohana didn't really make it, and on top of that, none of my units really were able to go off because they all had rage reduction. And Unohana, I think, was stunned from Yamamoto. So, unfortunately, it wasn't able to happen. As soon as that happened, I said, okay, well, my key unit's dead. I need to move on to the next one. But what I had planned on happening was after that, Unohana would go off. I'd have my back row go off. I'd have Tricked placed on any unit, doesn't matter. And then I'd have my attackers hit their skill specialty units. And then I was either hoping for a rage loop at that point, or 2, I was hoping it would push over to Shinji, then Shinji would reduce the rage, and then it could push over to another round. Once again, didn't happen. A key unit, Unohana died. I lost that match. It happens. I still almost won, but it happens. Oh, also, the reason why I was really hoping on, or I knew I would be able to kill his skill specialty units out of the gate, was because Toshido here, I have 6 runes awakened, so he was able to do an extra 20% damage to all of his skill specialty units. All right, moving on to round 5 here. Once again, I looked at his team. I said, okay, what is his team missing? His strongest unit by far is a 7-star Muramasa. Usually you'd look at a 7-star Muramasa and say, I'm not going to survive that. Give them the win. Move on to the next battle. However, I looked at this team and I said, he has no follow-up. He has no help. He literally put Muramasa out there and just said, good luck. Big mistake on his part. If he changed that, then he would have won. But unfortunately, I saw that and I took advantage of that. I said, I just need to hope that 2 things happen. 1, his Ichigo doesn't insta-gib a column, which obviously didn't happen. And 2, Muramasa doesn't attack second and finish off a unit in the back row. Obviously that didn't happen because he has no help for him whatsoever. So I said, okay, I'm going to make it to my turn. What do I need to happen on my turn? Okay, my entire back row is going to rage. Why? He has no rage reduction on his initial turn. So it's going to make it over to my turn. 2, I need to make sure my team survives. He has no help from Muramasa, so my team will survive just fine. Now I'm going to have my entire team go off. So what's going to happen? I'm going to have healing for the entire team. And then my characters are going to attack. And let's go ahead and get into that. All right, so here we are. As you can see, Ichigo goes off, hits Nell, perfectly fine. His Muramasa goes off, 1.6 mil damage on a 7-star Muramasa. That's just so disappointing. Now, once again, I was able to have Nell here. She was able to pick up all the damage done to Nell, have her survive. Moving on, my turn. Now I need to focus his Muramasa down. I was lucky enough that my Ichigo hit his team here, and as I said before, he has no support for his team whatsoever, so I knew that I was going to be able to pick this W up. I just need to cross my fingers and hope Ichigo hits his Muramasa again. Boom. Hits him. Done. As soon as that happened, I knew game over. I win. He has nothing else on his team. Literally nothing else. So as you can see, it doesn't matter what happens from here on out. I'm going to get the W. Let's go ahead and hop back over to the next round here. So as you can see, once again, that went exactly according to plan. Big mistake on his part. All of his units were out of order, and he had no support for any of his units. Once again, rookie mistake. You just need to play and be smarter than the other person. Not saying the other people are stupid, just saying you need to be smarter. Moving on to the next round here. Round 1. the very first thing I was hoping is, okay, one thing has to happen as soon as the battle starts. I have to look at Toshido here and say, don't freeze my entire team. As long as he doesn't freeze my entire team, I should be fine. So what happened? Toshido's the only unit I'm really afraid of on this team. Him and maybe Aizen, but not super worried about it. As long as Toshido doesn't completely lock me down, I'm fine. So I look at my team and I say, okay, we're going to get to my round regardless, as long as Toshido doesn't freeze my team. What's going to happen on my turn? As you can see, he has no rage reduction and he has damage, so I'm going to get my round off. All I have to... Oh, I also could have put Neni in this team as well, just to make sure that if I did get frozen, I can purify it and move on. But I wasn't super worried about Toshido. Has probably one of the worst proc chances for freezes in the game. Wasn't too worried about it. When it gets to my turn, one of two things has to happen. One, I have to hope for Aizen to go off and just crit, maybe hopefully one-shot one of his units out of the gate. And two, I have to hope that Yin gets 3 rage reductions on the enemy team. As you can see, his back row here. I really don't want Aizen to get his round off, because Aizen's the only real major damage I'm worried about. Unfortunately, all of his units in the front row are going to get to rage. That is if he doesn't focus Cotton Kill Cuts and she's not able to reduce rage on his team, which I don't think happened. Speaking of which, we'll go ahead and hop into it here. But yeah, that was pretty much the plan. Let's go ahead and hop into the battle. Alright, so here we are. Once again, just had to hope that not everybody gets frozen. Hey, would you look at that? Not everybody was frozen, so I'm perfectly fine. Not really worried about anybody else on his team. I was kind of hoping he wouldn't freeze these 2 units on the side right here, so I can get them to rage. Unfortunately, it wasn't able to happen, which is fine. I was able to have Aizen go off. Now I have a shield. Actually, he did. Maybe he had rage reduction on... maybe he had rage reduction on Toshido. Okay, so now it's my turn. Now I have Ulquiorra going off. Okay, boom. Steals defense from the enemy team. Unohana's just in there to get a little bit of heals. Byakuya's able to go off. I need some big damage from him. Boom. Get some big damage from him. Now I need to get rage reduction on his back row. I was not able to get rage reduction on Aizen. Now I just need to hope Aizen doesn't one-shot my team. I'm pretty sure his Aizen was only 6-star, so I wasn't really super worried about it. However, let's see here. So I believe... yeah, I believe I'm fine here. Doesn't kill my... almost kills my back row. Does not kill my back row. As soon as this happened, I was watching it. I knew I won immediately. He kills Aizen. That's fine. Now I win. But something I didn't mention earlier was when Aizen's shield was depleted, I did rage reduction on his Aizen, so he wasn't able to rage. That's another big thing. Is I was hoping for. All right. Anyways, that's that. I won this battle. But as you guys saw, roughly everything went off according to plan. Yes, some things went awry. Unfortunately, I got frozen. I had a little bit of rage reduction. Oh, his Aizen is 7-star. But the one thing I was hoping for is, one, his Aizen wouldn't rage loop on my team. Didn't rage loop, barely didn't rage loop. Unfortunately, he was able to get his combo off with Rukia and then the Aizen follow-up. But I didn't die. Good. Aizen did die, and then I did get shields on my team. So that was my pick-me-up, just in case things went south. Somebody died, I would get shields off. Aizen wouldn't be able to get the rage loop. That was kind of my, if all else fails, I have a backup plan. And, it happened kind of, sort of. Anyways, moving on to the last team comp here. I said, you know what? He has Soifone on his back row, and there's no way for her to rage first. Matter of fact, it's going to get to my turn. And he has Soifone unprotected with no support at all on his team. Would you look at that? Round 7 is a free win. As free gets. It's a free win. So what did I do? I put all of my big boy burst damage on my team in my back row because I knew one of two things. One, I was going to get all my damage off. And two, or I should say, if I was able to get my damage off, which obviously I did, I was going to be able to one-shot his back row, no problem. As soon as his back row is down, it's over. What does he have that can help me out? Noyatora, I mean, he has, what, a 7-star Noyatora that can do nothing except for die twice? Cool. He has an Aizen, which is 7-star. He probably put way too many resources into Aizen. Not really worried too much about Aizen. And 2, he has 1 unit to attack my entire team. Not really too worried about Kira. As a matter of fact, I don't have any healing on this team because I'm not worried about it. So, first round, I'm going to win. Let's go ahead and check out the battle really quickly here. Alright, so here we have Aizen go off. He attacks my weakest character, does some pretty good damage, but Ikaku isn't necessarily super key to this team comp to win. I just need to hope that my back row is fine. And as you can see, he has no answer for my back row. So now my entire back row is going to be able to go off unimpeded. Not to mention, he put Rukia in rage, so now he has no defense at all. With just 2 attackers, his Soifone is already almost dead. Look at that. And then we have an actual 7-star Muramasa with support doing 13 million, as opposed to his Muramasa with 0 support doing 1.5, I think it was. So that is the key to winning some of these battles, is you need to look at their teams and then make just good plays. You need to have a good reply for their mistakes. And as you guys saw on all of these battles, I looked at his team. Again, he has like 5 or 6, he has like 5 million more account power than I do, and he has like 6k, over 6k more initiative than I do. So I had to play on my back foot and play smart. And that's exactly what I did. I had a 4D chess going on, and everything went according to plan. Or I should say I was playing 4D chess when he was playing checkers. Now, this is not, as I was saying prior, this is not a one team comp or one way or one thing is going to always get you the win. No. If there are people on a much higher level than you, for example, like Mass X is to me, he's just on a much higher level than I am as far as like account strength and this and that goes. I'm never going to be able to touch him. Well, maybe not never, but I won't be able to touch him. I could probably get maybe 2, maybe 3 wins. I've fought him before, and that's usually the case. Is there are certain people you just can't win, even if they make all the mistakes in the world. Unfortunately, I hate to put it this way, sometimes money will prevail. Unfortunately, we live in a pretty, black and white, cut and dry world. Not everything is going to be made tailored for you or your likings. But in concluding here, I really do hope I was able to help some of you guys out. This was pretty much for World Championships for the most part and Kenpachi contest. You just need to be on the ball. Make sure that you're the one replying to them. Make sure you're the one that is the one who's going to have the last say in what happens. Now, if they attack you, obviously they're going to have time to make adjustments for you, but the same goes for Kenpachi contest. You want to make sure that you're on 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes before the battles go live, and make your adjustments on the team comps accordingly. Because if they do and they have the higher initiative, it's a good chance that they're going to get the win off you. But as I was saying, I really do hope this video did help some of you guys out. I have been asked many times to make this video, so I figured, you know what, now is the best time. I have a little bit of downtime. Let's do it. With that being said, guys, I hope you guys enjoy this content. If you did learn something, you did enjoy it, hit that subscribe button down there at the bottom. It should be right down here somewhere. Click that subscribe button. I'd appreciate it. If you do want to hop on my Discord, come check out my Discord. Feel free to do that. The only thing I request, the only rules I have is just be nice. You know, no need to be an ass. No need to be not nice to people, you know? That's going to wrap this one up, guys. I'll catch you all in the next one.